The Sly Media Sports Hip Hop. One on Mr. Sly Media right here. This right here is my review on J. Cole's album. I might delete it later. This pretty much album is a response to what transpired between the beef between J. Cole and Drake. J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. When Kendrick Lamar comes to Drake and J. Cole, everybody knows about the It's Like That record. People been playing on Instagram, TikTok, whenever. It's off the Future Metro Boomin album. And so this is pretty much J. Cole drops a full album in response to that. So I'm gonna talk about the four songs I like on the album. Then I'm gonna explain more because about J. Cole said something on stage to Kendrick Lamar that pretty much ends all the beef, saying they still cool, they homies. But I'll elaborate that more on the end of this video and talk about my opinions on that. But let me talk about the album, the four songs I like on the album. First song I like is Ready 2024. This song pretty much is dedicated to Dipset. He got Cameron on the record, and everybody heard that the original song Ready. If you're like me, that grew up around the mid 2000s, Dipset, G Unit, The Locks, all them back when they was D Block as well. All that was part of that New York era and sound. And also to hear that record, definitely good. J. Cole and Cameron were on a song together too on off season. Check out me on my video on that. I did a review on that a few years ago, so check me out on that when I did my review on that on the off season album. But this right here is clearly pretty much a response to that, to pretty much I'm not response. This pretty much is J. Cole's dedication to Dipset, paying homage to Dipset on this album. On this song, Ready 2024. Ready 24. So I like the record. Definitely a hard record. Cameron and J. Cole both rap, both kill it. Definitely a good record and all that. And if you haven't seen Cameron May's podcast shows, please check it out as well. And all that. That's a pretty good, interesting podcast. Hear both of their takes. Glad to see Cameron Mays patch things up and are back together doing music and also as well back collaborating, being tight buddies again. So that's always good to see that and all. So, but Ready is a record I like on there. Fever, the J. Cole. The Fever record, I love that record a lot. I like the way the flow of it. J. Cole really rides the beat on this song. So I definitely enjoy it, definitely like it a lot. So Fever is another good record I like with J. Cole just spin on there and spin good bars. So I love that record, Fever, the beat and everything, and J. Cole's flow on that record. So another record like Fever. Now it was hard to come out with this these are my bottom two because I love them so much. I gotta go with Pricey. Pricey is one of the records I like on the songs it was with Ari Lennox and Georgia's own Gucci Mane and Young Dro. So of course I like it. I'm from Georgia, Atlanta, so I definitely for sure love this record right here with Gucci Mane and Young Dro. I think if I'm correct, it's the first song they collaborated on since they did the song Freeze Me back in the day. I think it was like 2008, 2009 with the Freeze Me record when it was Gucci Mane, T.I., and Young Dro. This is like the peak almost in the Gucci Mane and T.I. beef. This is right before they started, going at it, throwing shots with each other and all. But that's just a classic recipe. Freeze Me for Atlanta. If you're from the DeKalb County or from Georgia, from Atlanta, like that Freeze Me record is just a classic record. So now hear Price with Gucci Mane and Young Dro on this song together. Definitely good, man. Gucci Mane, the way he spits his flowing in like a poetry song and all that. I like the old Gucci just like everyone else. I'm always gonna be a fan of the old Gucci because that takes me back to certain place in time back when I was in high school, in middle school, and all So the old Gucci Mane is always I'm always gonna love the old Gucci. That's even one of my favorite verses, the verses between him and Young Jeezy. Cause I'm from Georgia, so of course I'm put that one as my favorite. But but like this new Gucci Mane, growing up, evolving, and all that. He still got good songs, still got good records and all, and he still spent good verses, especially when you hear more of what he's talking about, especially at the end of this record, and in this record pricey with him being Dro. Dro kills it well, and everybody know Dro always been good and been lyrically underrated as well. Dro done had bars and had good songs like Ain't I, Take Off, like Jordan had some good songs. He done spit some good records, even on freestyles. Like he's done killed it before. So yeah, glad to see Dro doing his thing as well and all that rapping, and spin bars. So both him and Gucci, they both hold their own with J. Cole. Now they got murdered, slaughtered by J. Cole. They both held their own right here on this record with J. Cole. So last but certainly not least, I had to put this in my favorite and all that because I like just bars, just straight bend bars, just straight spitting. The P.I.S. song called P.I.S. with Gucci Mane, I mean not Gucci Mane, it's with Ab-Soul, Daylight, and J. Cole and Ari Lennox. Boy, J. Cole, Ab-Soul, and Daylight just put on a lyrical assassination on this record. Like, I'm surprised people ain't talking about this record though, but that shows how much people not into bars and all that because there's no hooks on this record. They're just straight rapping, just straight spin bars. And I love it. I'm enjoying it. Boy, I love it. That's why it's the favorite song, my favorite song on the whole entire album. Cause I'm like, it's just straight bars, straight spin. Man, so it kind of reminds this old record back in the day with Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja Rule called Murder Ground, where both rappers just spin, not doing no hooks or anything, and just straight rapping on it. And a lot of people don't like this kind of music when they do this, when they just straight spin and straight rapping because it's not radio friendly, it's not music you're going to play it to the club or something like that. It's not a club record or a TikTok record. This song is, it's just straight rapping, straight bars, and I love it. Enjoyed about it. Definitely love it. PY is my favorite song on the album with J. Cole, Drake. I mean, not J. Cole and Drake. With J. Cole, Ab-Soul, and Daylight. I'm glad to see Daylight getting some shine too. We know him from the Vlad TV interviews, and also as well from being on Smack URL, battling rappers and all that. I know he's signed with TD as well, so I was wondering when he was gonna drop, knowing that he's with TD. So I'm glad he's finally getting his shine. Daylight for sure. Somebody. I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing the record right as well, but glad to see them. Glad to see them. Definitely are getting some love and all. Damn, trying to make sure this is the right record. Yes, P.I. Making sure. Ab-Soul, Daylight, and J. Cole. That's by far my favorite song on the album. Just want to make sure I was saying the name right, but it's called P.I. with J. Cole, Daylight, and Ab-Soul, man. Love it. Definitely love it, man. Love that record and all that. If you're not a fan of just straight bars, that's not a song you should listen to. If you're just a fan of beats and all everything, Fever, the other song I said, Ready 2024. I'm ready to call not 2024, but Ready 24. And Pricey with Gucci Man and J. Cole. That's probably more up your lane and all that. But straight bars, straight spin. If you're a fan like me, a fan of that kind of stuff, just no hooks. They just getting straight busy and start rapping. Definitely that record with Ab-Soul, Kendrick, Ab-Soul, J. Cole, and Daylight. So definitely a good record. So now I'm gonna talk about what I said on top of in this video. Kendrick Lamar announced on stage there's no beef with him and J. Cole. They're friends. He felt lame dishing his homie. That's his homeboy because of course, they're supposed to album together anyway. So you guys knew it wasn't no real beef, no real, static between them. It just competition like a Wayne and Jay-Z went at it, or Jay-Z and Nas. It was just mostly just not really no real beef, just rapping, just going back and forth with one another. That's it. Or even with beef that people don't talk about a lot, not a beef, but a musical just going back and forth with each other. The Benny Singer and Jadakiss beef, like that's one of them when they both did that thing and both held their own. Like that was a beef you couldn't clearly see who won that battle because they both went at it. So just went straight for bar. So like one of them things. And of course, Benny Singer and Jadakiss are cool now. Everybody know J. Cole and Nas are like bros now. They pretty much hang out all the time. And everybody know about Jay-Z and Wayne. I think Jay-Z might. I really think Jay-Z's gonna get Lil Wayne to host Super Bowl this year. I really think so. I could be. I mean, not this year, but next year. I think Wayne, because the Super Bowl is gonna be in New Orleans. I really can see Wayne definitely coming out. Hopefully, we get a Hot Boys reunion. Fingers crossed for that. But I really think Jay-Z and Wayne, of course, they're so cool and all and everything. That I really can see Wayne doing the Super Bowl performance at halftime in Louisiana next year and all that. And hopefully, fingers crossed for Hot Boys reunion, because that's like my second favorite rap group next to G Unit and Outkast. Is probably the Hot Boys for sure. But we'll see. But Beto was saying too also as well about the big three. Really, Kendrick comes in third place of the big three because kind of like that last album, Mr. Rouse, it was a good album, and I also did a review on that as well. If you want to check me out for that, I did a review on that for with Kendrick Lamar and Mr. Rouse album. That wasn't good as Good Kids, Mad City, or even Damn. That wasn't good as neither one of them. So to me, it's like if you got to come out with a record, man, you got to come hard in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if feel me, for we ain't heard from you in a few years, you got to come out with something harder than that. So it wasn't a bad album by any means, but it wasn't hard. Like, it wasn't Good Kid, Mad City, or Damn and all. So you know what I'm saying? So I just kind of feel like, yeah, he should have put out something harder than that. If we ain't heard from you in a few years, you got to put out something better and all. The only song I really go back and listen to from that record is "Count Me Out." That's a really good song to play if you're exercising or just driving around. "Count Me Out" still a good hard record, but that album still wasn't, wasn't classic compared to Good Kid, Mad City, and all of them. So definitely. But that's how I look at the big three anyway. But hopefully we'll see them collaborate together. Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar. Imagine them all three on a record together. Definitely would be hard seeing them all together because they are like these three generation goats right now. So kind of like when it was Jay Z, Eminem, Nas. Like that's how I feel with that with Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar. Because everybody know Drake is, of course, he's Jay Z of rap right now. He's the go. Everything he touches just turns gold. That's why a lot of people think like Sexy Red so much. I like a couple of Sexy Red songs and all that, but with her lining herself with Drake, it's only definite that it's just going her record's gonna shoot up as well and all that. I know Joe Budden made a controversial statement about that and everything, but you could say kind of he was right, kind of he wasn't. And Sexy Red does I feel like has good music, but her being aligned to Drake definitely makes her records definitely shout up the charts as well. So you know. But like I always say, if you like the channel, hit that like subscribe button to Slime Media. Like I said, this is my view on J. Cole's album. I might delete it later. Just now I'm tripping. Just might delete later. That's it. Might delete it later. So this is my view on that. So like I always say, check out for my last video I just did on J. Cole, not on J. Cole, but on Stephon Diggs being traded to the Buffalo Bills and other in offseason. Traded from the Buffalo Bills to the Houston Texans and other NFL offseason moves I talk about, which is my last video I did. So check me out for that for the Stephon Diggs trade to the Texans and all. So anything in music and sports, I will be talking about here, trying to get more and more back on this channel. But I'm also going to talk about more specific things. And shout out to South Carolina women's basketball team. They just won last night, so shout out to them. Now today, it's UConn and Purdue today. So I'm going with UConn. You know, I do like Purdue a lot, but I think UConn got it in this game. So I won't be doing a review or anything like that on college basketball. I'm also going to do on this channel really music stuff, anything big that happens in sports that's something that's big trade or big move or anything like that. Or no. And I might do whoever wins the NBA Finals. I might talk about that, and that's it. So, but anything big in music for sure, any big rap album that everybody's talking about, definitely going to do a review for sure on that. So, y'all stay tuned for that. It'll be my next video. Any new artist that comes out with an album, I will be doing a review on that. And the NBA Finals, when the finals end in June, I definitely gonna do a review on that as well. But the finals doesn't end until June, so hopefully I have a video. I'll have plenty of videos before then. So y'all stay tuned and just check me out. This is Slime Media right here. I'm out. Y'all be blessed.